Yo, what up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. It's your boy, the Crackhead, wishing you all a wonderful day. Before I start this news, I want to ask a question. What is the difference between ICPC with EFCC? That's ICPC, Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, EFCC, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. What are their roles towards corruption? What are they preventing? Or what are the actions they are taking to make sure that Nigeria is not counted as one of the most corrupt nations on earth? Well, let's look at ICPC, because here it says their mission is to rid Nigeria of corruption through lawful enforcement and preventive measures. Did you guys know that as of last year, 2023, over or about 721 billion naira was received as bribe by public officials? If you do not know who public officials are, there are those working in public offices in the government. You can call them public servants. We're talking about police officers. We're talking about the military. We're talking about those working in the government or for the government. Those are public officials. And as of last year, 2021, the National Bureau of Statistics have recorded that about 721 billion naira was paid as bribes. By who? By you. And yeah, last year I was in Nigeria. Yes, I paid it. I'm not proud, but I paid it because if I didn't pay, when I know what thing will happen. So I paid it. So my money was also involved in 721 billion naira. That was, last year, 2023. No be me talk this one, though. In fact, you guys should see it here. First of all, Times reported it. Nigerians paid 721 billion cash as bribe to public officials in 2023. But come to think of it, how do these people know the exact amount people pay? Because when I paid that money to the police last year, and there was no camera anywhere, or do these guys, do they actually record how much we pay them or we give them as bribe? But again, that aside. Corruption. What is the EFCC doing about corruption? What is ICPC doing about corruption? Because National Bureau Service have come out with a journal. In fact, it's as big as this. I managed to download it. Corruption in Nigeria, Patterns and Trends. They have written a 10-volume book of corruption that happened in Nigeria in 2023. And here, these are share of citizens who had contact with public officials. Number one, the police, 9%. And if you notice, on this picture you're seeing here, there is the orange section that says 9%, and there is the less orange section here, deep orange and light orange. There's a deep orange section to the left that shows police officers 9%, and the light orange section shows 20%. I'm going to break it down because a lot of you might not actually see what is written on the screen. To the right, we have 9%. That's the deep orange color, and it says that these are share of citizens who had contact with public official and who paid a bribe or were asked to pay a bribe and refused. As in, if you had contact with a policeman or an army or immigration or a local government worker, if you had any contact with somebody and they asked you to pay a bribe, and you paid or you did not pay, so we are in the 9%. And the other light orange color, which shows 20%, are those share of citizens who had contact with public officials but neither paid a bribe nor were asked to pay a bribe. So first, we have the police officers and public utility officers. Public utility officers are those, working, for the light company, like for example, NEPA, water, those are utilities. And we have the Federal Road Safety Corps, that's road safety. They also take bribes. We have doctors, nurses, or midwives. Now, wow. We also have teacher, stroke lecturers, of course, vehicle inspection officers, other health workers, customs or immigration service, tax stroke revenue officers, local government area representatives, they take bribes, other public officials, whatever that means, members of the armed forces, they take bribes, judges stroke magistrate, judges stroke magistrates take bribes. If judges and magistrates in our country take bribes, we're done for. We are finished. Imagine you are arrested for something that you know you're not guilty of, and somebody will go behind your back to bribe the judge, and the case will be against you. How then will we ever have justice in our country if judges and magistrates take bribe? This is serious. What is going on? Prosecutors, land registry officers, members of parliament, embassies to consulate officers take bribes. And because of this bribery, because of this corruption, it has affected us Nigerians. How has bribery and corruption affected us? Number one, high cost of living. Number two, crime and insecurity. Number three, unemployment. Number four, of course, corruption. And number five, health care. These are the problems facing us in Nigeria. This was why I started with this question. What is the ICPC doing? What is their role? They say their motto is to rid Nigeria of corruption. And how long have we had ICPC in Nigeria? For how long? EFCC, what is your role? What is your mission towards corruption? Well, guys, again, this is to let you guys know that there's going to be a 10-day protest so that we can at least try to get rid of things like this. We're not saying we're going to eradicate everything, every corruption in Nigeria. We will not. But at least try to get rid of most of these things. Just like Kenya. Do you guys think Kenya is perfect now? It is not. But at least they did something, and we've seen in the news that things are being done by their president. And we also hope that after these protests in Nigeria, that our president, our leaders will also follow suit with what the Kenyan president is doing. Because our own, we don't want it to escalate to the level it escalated in Kenya. We just want to have a peaceful protest for you guys to understand that enough is enough. We've suffered for so long. That is the reason for this protest. The corruption is too much. 721 billion naira? What? In 2023? This is too much.